You feel it, don't you? This relentless itch, the pursuit, the chase for what exactly? Happiness. That shimmering promise on the horizon. The world screams it at you. Buy this, achieve that, be happy. Or else. So you run, you strive, you grasp, but the closer you think you are, the further it dances away, leaving you where? Exhausted, frustrated, maybe empty. This isn't a new story, it's an ancient ache. The paradox of happiness, the more you chase it directly, the more it seems to curdle into its opposite. Anxiety, disappointment, a gnawing sense of dread. You've optimized your life, followed the steps. The PERMA model, positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, achievement. Sounds good on paper, right? Flourishing, life above zero. But what if the map is wrong? What if the destination itself is a mirage? This feeling of being perpetually unfulfilled, it's not a personal failing. It's a human condition. A truth one Russian writer stared into unflinchingly, Fyodor Dostoevsky. A name synonymous with suffering, but also with a desperate, profound search for meaning. He understood this chase, this hunger, and he saw that the relentless pursuit of happiness, as we define it, might be the surest path to misery. A bold claim, almost offensive to our modern ears. We're conditioned to believe happiness is a right, an attainable goal. But what if Dostoevsky was right? What if true contentment, true meaning, lies elsewhere? Not in avoiding suffering, but by going through it. This is the unsettling, profound journey Dostoevsky invites us on. To question the very nature of our desires, to explore the terrifying beauty of our own irrationality. Are you ready to look into the abyss? Because what you find there might change everything. This isn't about simple answers or quick fixes. It's about confronting the deepest questions of human existence and finding a different kind of light in the darkest of places. The pursuit of happiness as we know it often ends here, in a desolate landscape of our own making, but Dostoevsky suggests this is not an end. Perhaps it's a necessary beginning, a descent into the self, into the underground. Imagine a world engineered for happiness. Perfect, orderly, rational. Every need met, every problem solved. 2 and 2 always equals 4. This was Dostoevsky's Crystal Palace, a symbol of society's faith in reason and progress to deliver utopia. But deep in the shadows, a voice dissents. The underground man, one of literature's most unsettling figures. He rejects this perfectly ordered world. Why? Because, he says, what man wants is simply independent choice, whatever that independence may cost. Even if that choice is irrational, self-destructive. He'd rather choose suffering, if it's his suffering, than a guaranteed happiness he didn't choose. This isn't just a literary character. This is us. That part of you that bristles at being told what's good for you. The impulse to say no just because you can. Dostoevsky argues this irrationality is fundamental to being human. It's our insistence on free will, even if that free will leads us to choose what is not to our advantage. The underground man says, and why are you so firmly, so triumphantly convinced that only the normal and the positive is to the advantage of man? And this is the root of our problem with chasing prescribed happiness. It often ignores this deep, irrational, freedom-loving core. We're not just pleasure-seeking, pain-avoiding machines. The science of happiness can tell us about dopamine loops, about PERMA, but it can't fully account for the underground man's devil knows what. That wild, untamable spark that makes us, us. So the pain isn't just that happiness is elusive. The pain is that the pursuit itself feels like a betrayal of something deeper, a denial of our own complex, often contradictory nature. This is the existential dread Dostoevsky taps into. The stakes are not just our contentment, but our very humanity. If we smooth out all the rough edges, what's left? Are we willing to trade our chaotic freedom for predictable bliss? Dostoevsky's characters scream no. Their suffering is often a testament to their refusal to be simplified, to be mere cogs in a happiness machine. So, the problem is framed. Our pursuit of happiness is often at odds with our deeper need for meaning, forged in freedom. So, we're stuck, feeling that drag, that resistance. Why? Often, it's not the world, it's the map we're using to navigate it. Let's unmask a few culprits, the hidden beliefs, the misconceptions. First up, the big lie. Happiness equals comfort. That constant chase for the easy life, the next pleasure hit, it's a treadmill, a dopamine dead end. Peter Sage calls this chasing states instead of stages. Real fulfillment, it's forged, not found, often in discomfort, in challenge, in taking responsibility. Comfort is a warm bath, growth is a cold plunge. Peterson reminds us, pick up your damn suffering and bear it. That's not misery, that's strength, that's purpose. Misconception 2. Stoicism means suppressing feelings. Robot mode, wrong, utterly wrong. Stoicism isn't about not feeling. It's about not being owned by your feelings. It's emotional aikido. Acknowledge, understand, then choose your response. Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It's about mastering your internal citadel, not bulldozing the landscape. This takes immense courage and profound self-awareness, not suppression. Observation. Then, wise action. The opposite of fragility isn't toughness, it's anti-fragility, growing from shocks. Third saboteur, mindset change is just woo-woo. Positive thinking fluff. Is a map woo-woo? Is a rudder fluff? Mindset is your operating system, your internal guidance, and science backs this. Hard. Neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't fixed stone, it's dynamic. It rewires. Every thought, every chosen response carves new pathways. Peter Sage stresses this: you are not your thoughts, but the observer of your thoughts. That's not passive. That's powerful. It's taking responsibility for your inner world. This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about framing reality, choosing the lens, choosing the meaning. That's radical ownership. And gratitude, it's the bedrock. Scruton spoke of gratitude for what is, not for what you wish it was, but for the givenness of life. These myths, they keep us small, they keep us stuck. Breaking them isn't easy, but it's essential for genuine change. So, if those are the traps, what's the first key to unlocking a different way? Let's introduce a powerhouse idea. From Martin Seligman, a pioneer of positive psychology, he gave us PERMA, a model for human flourishing, positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. We'll focus on one pillar, the M, meaning. What is meaning in this context? It's not some vague cosmic quest. Seligman defines it as belonging to and serving something that you believe is bigger than yourself, bigger than your comfort, bigger than your momentary wants. This isn't about finding the meaning of life, capital M. It's about creating meaning instead, your life, through your actions, your contributions. Peter Sage puts it bluntly, your purpose is to serve. When you shift focus from what can I get to what can I give, everything changes: your energy, your motivation, your resilience. This is where responsibility becomes a gateway, not a burden. Remember, Peterson, take responsibility for your own life. Period. Meaning is found in that responsibility, to your family, your work, your community, even in the smallest, most ordinary acts of service. Neuroscience check, what happens in the brain? It's not just fleeting dopamine hits from pleasure. Meaning activates different pathways. Serotonin, involved in well-being and satisfaction. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone when we connect and contribute. And neuroplasticity? Absolutely. You can cultivate a meaning-oriented mindset. Each act of purpose, each responsible choice, strengthens those neural circuits. This is where gratitude comes full circle. Gratitude isn't just thanks for the good stuff. It's recognizing the value in what you can contribute, even amidst hardship. Scruton wrote of oikophilia, love of home, of settlement. Meaning is creating that home within yourself and for others, a place of value. When you serve something larger, you find your place, you build your resilience. It's not about having all the answers, it's about engaging with the right questions. And what can I contribute here is a profoundly powerful one. So the problem is clear. The hunger for meaning is real. What's the fix? Not a magic pill, a method, a 3-step framework, practical, powerful. Step 1, the clarity compass. This is your Stoic inventory. The Stoics taught the dichotomy of control. What's yours, what's not? Brutal honesty here. Your thoughts, your actions, your responses, these are yours. The economy, global politics, other people's choices? Not yours. This isn't apathy, it's strategic focus. Neuroscience shows focused attention strengthens prefrontal cortex pathways. Control your controllables. Boosts PERMA's engagement and accomplishment. PERMA. Quick reminder, Seligman's 5 pillars: positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. These are your metrics for flourishing, not just feeling good. Step 2, the gratitude anchor. This is your active gratitude practice, a reset. Our brains have a negativity bias, default programming for survival. Gratitude rewires that, actively seeking the good. Peterson stresses gratitude for what it is and despite suffering. Seligman's research, gratitude boosts positive emotion. Directly, neuroscience, gratitude linked to dopamine, serotonin, the feel-good, do-good chemicals. Write it down. 3 things daily, specific, sincere. Step 3, the responsibility blueprint. This is your purpose sprint, your meaning maker. Peterson's core message: pick up your damn burden and carry it properly. Meaning isn't found, it's forged through responsibility. Responsibility for yourself, your family, your community. Start small, clean your room, organize your life. This builds competence, confidence, the bedrock of PERMA's accomplishment. Then expand. What problem can you help solve? This directly fuels meaning and often relationships in PERMA. Purposeful activity boosts neuroplasticity. Your brain literally reshapes. Scruton spoke of oikophilia, love of home. Responsibility makes a home. Clarity compass, gratitude anchor, responsibility blueprint. This isn't just theory, it's a toolkit for building a life. One that can withstand storms, one that has direction, one that matters. This is how you move from surviving to flourishing, from aimless drift to purposeful action. The solution isn't out there, it's built in here. With these tools, master these steps, the impact is profound. Now, let's see what that looks like, what it feels like. Apply this framework. What changes? Everything that matters. First, a calmer baseline. The Stoic inventory pays immediate dividends. Anxiety drops when you stop wrestling the uncontrollable. Your cognitive resources freed up for what truly counts. Second, higher engagement, real engagement. When your actions align with your locus of control, you enter flow. Tasks become challenges, not chores. This fuels PERMA's engagement. Third, meaning spikes. The responsibility blueprint ignites purpose. Knowing your actions contribute to something larger, transformative. Peterson, the purpose of life is finding the largest burden you can bear and bearing it. This isn't masochism, it's the path to profound satisfaction. PERMA's meaning. Fourth, authentic positive emotions. The gratitude anchor works, not fleeting pleasure, deep-seated contentment, resilience. This is PERMA's positive emotion, earned, not just wished for. Fifth, tangible accomplishment. Small wins accumulate. Mastering your responsibilities, even small ones, builds self-efficacy. This is PERMA's accomplishment, the pride in a job well done, and often improved relationships too as responsibility connects us. Let's make this concrete, a mini case. Imagine Alex, overwhelmed by global news, feeling small, anxious. Alex applies the clarity compass, differentiates global noise versus local action. Anxiety lessens, focus sharpens, what can I do right here? Then the gratitude anchor. Alex lists supportive friends, a safe home, skills, perspective shifts. From lack to abundance, hope sparks. Finally, the responsibility blueprint. Alex identifies a local need, a community garden. Starts small, organizes a cleanup day, teaches one person to plant. The impact? Alex is no longer overwhelmed. Alex is an agent of change, calmer, engaged, meaningful contribution, accomplishment, connection. This is flourishing, measurable, achievable. It's a cognitive shift, an emotional recalibration. You stop being a feather in the wind. You become the hand on the tiller. This isn't about ignoring suffering. It's about navigating it. Peterson again, to suffer terribly and to know you are responsible is horrible, but not as horrible as suffering terribly and thinking you are a random victim. This framework gives you agency, control, purpose, The psychological impact isn't just feeling better, it's being better, more resilient, more engaged, more aligned with your deepest values. This is the foundation for a life of genuine flourishing, built brick by brick, choice by choice, action by action. The power is yours. The tools are here. We've built the foundation. Now, critical distinctions. This isn't blind optimism, it's clear-eyed strength. Let's sharpen understanding. Address the yes buts. Objection 1. Is focusing on control just denial? No. Denial ignores reality. This approach confronts it. Stoic control acknowledges facts, then asks, what's my part? Epictetus was clear. Some things are in our control, others not. Denial says this isn't happening. Control says this is happening. What now? It's the difference between hiding and navigating. Next nuance, healthy detachment. What is it? It's not apathy. Apathy is, I don't care. Detachment is, I care deeply, but I won't be shattered by outcomes I don't control. It's not emotional suppression either. That's a pressure cooker. Healthy detachment, clear-headed engagement, without emotional shipwreck. You process emotions, you don't deny them. Then you release the uncontrollable. It's wisdom, not coldness. Objection 2. What if gratitude feels fake, especially when life is genuinely hard? Valid concern. Seligman's 3 good things isn't about feigning joy. It's an attentional exercise, training your brain to notice existing good. Think of it as mental strength training. Awkward at first, perhaps. Authenticity follows practice. Start small, one true thing. The goal isn't to ignore pain, but to balance perspective. Final critical distinction: toxic positivity versus authentic well-being. Toxic positivity, just be happy. It dismisses real struggle. Authentic well-being acknowledges all emotions, builds resilience through hardship. Visual comparison, left column, toxic positivity. Right, authentic well-being. Toxic, superficial, ignores depth, invalidates. Authentic, grounded, seeks meaning, validates. Peterson reminds us, life is suffering. Acknowledgement is key. This isn't about a fake smile, it's about a resilient core. These nuances are guardrails, keeping your practice potent. Understand them, internalize them. Then act. Theory is vital. Practice is where change happens. Let's get hands-on. Micro-habits. Daily actions. Not an overwhelming list. Small efforts compounding results. First, the control audit. What can you actually influence? Checklist appears. In your control, my thoughts, my actions, check. My responses, check. My effort, check. Not in your control, others' opinions, marked with an X. The weather, X. Past outcomes, X. Epictetus. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Powerful clarity. This audit is a daily mental muscle. Strengthen it. Draw your circle of control. Live inside it. Now, the daily PERMA micro-routine. Adapted for impact. PERMA, positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. Part 1, morning mindset, 60 seconds. First 2 minutes, conscious breathing. Before screens, inhale calm, exhale noise, center yourself. Next, intention setting, one clear focus for the day. I will be present. I will complete task X, simple, yours. Finally, control sphere reminder, quick mental check. What's in my power today? What isn't? Reaffirm focus. Part 2, midday micro boost, another 60 seconds. Feeling stressed? Pause. 60-second perspective flip. Ask, what's one aspect I can control here? What's one different way to view this situation? Then active gratitude moment. Find a 9% positive. Your coffee. A kind word, a moment of quiet, name it, acknowledge it, feel it, briefly. Part 3, evening reflection. Final 60 seconds. Seligman's 3 good things. What went well today, and crucially, why did it go well? Doesn't need to be big. Finish report, good conversation. This trains your brain to scan for positives actively. Then learning from challenges. One key insight. What did I learn from a tough moment? How can I adjust tomorrow? Focus on your response. That's the controllable. Consistency is the engine. Use a 7-day tracker. Columns for each micro-routine element, rows for days. Check off completion, not for judgment, for awareness. This builds the habit loop. Cue routine reward. Peterson, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Your path, your progress. This tracker helps you see at your consistent effort. These are flexible tools, not rigid rules. Adapt them. Morning routine too rushed, do parts at lunch, or commute. The core principle, small consistent engagements. This is where insight meets action. Daily. Turn abstract knowledge into embodied wisdom. This is the path to a more centered, resilient you. Imagine this, not a distant dream, but your emerging reality, the you who has woven these principles into daily life. Let's walk through a day, flourishing day. Morning. No jarring alarm, but a gentle awareness. Purpose P greets you, a clear why for the day. Not a grand mission, perhaps, just meaningful intention. Your mind calm, the dichotomy of control, your shield. You focus on your choices, your responses, not the chaos outside. Engagement E, brushing your teeth, tasting your breakfast. Each small act an opportunity for presence. Relationships R, no longer transactional but resonant. You listen fully, speak authentically, connect deeply. Gratitude isn't forced, it flows. For presence, for people, meaning M. Woven through your work, your interactions. Every task, a chance to contribute, to express your values. Responsibility, not as burden, but as empowerment. Accomplishment A, not just big wins, but small, steady progress. The quiet satisfaction of effort applied, of tasks completed. Challenges arise, they always do, but your response is different. No panic, no blame. Stoic acceptance of what is. Then, reasoned action. What can I do? Negative emotions. Acknowledged, understood, not indulged. This is your inner citadel, strong, serene. Now feel this. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Begin mini future self-visualization. See yourself moving through this day with ease, with grace. Feel the lightness in your chest, the clarity in your mind. Notice the gentle confidence in your posture, your smile. This isn't someone else. This is a turn to you, actualized. End mini future self-visualization. Open your eyes. That feeling, that's the destination, and end the journey. The ripple effects, profound. Your relationships transform. Deeper trust, less conflict. Loved ones feel your calm, your presence. It's infectious. At work or in your pursuits, clarity replaces clutter. You become more creative, resilient, influential, naturally. Mistakes become lessons, setbacks become setups. Your community benefits. From your stability, your contribution. You inspire without trying, simply by being. This isn't about perfection, it's about direction. A life guided by virtue, by meaning, by conscious choice. Where positive emotion is a frequent, welcome guest. Not the fleeting thrill, but the enduring contentment. This integrated life isn't a fantasy, it's your potential. Built brick by brick, choice by choice, moment by moment. This is the ideal. The North Star guiding your efforts, a state of eudaimonia, human flourishing, within reach, for you, starting now. So where do we go from this inspiring vision? Let's bring it all together. A lightning recap. Remember where we started? That question, that yearning, perhaps a feeling of being adrift or seeking deeper meaning. We explored timeless wisdom, stoic principles of control and virtue, the science of flourishing, PERMA's framework for well-being, the power of gratitude, the strength in responsibility. These aren't separate islands, they are interconnected lands, forming a continent of profound, resilient happiness. We showed you how to build daily routines, small anchors, practices that ground you in the present, guide your actions, leading step by step to that flourishing life we just painted. This isn't about adding more to do, it's about changing how you are. It's about cultivating an inner landscape of peace and purpose. The journey itself becomes joyful, meaningful. You hold the chisel, you are the sculptor of your character. This power, this potential, has always been within you. These tools simply help you uncover it, refine it. Now the most important step, action. Consistent, small action. Theory is maps, practice is the journey. So, here's your challenge. Simple. Potent. The 7-day Perma Flourish Kickstart. For 1 week, consciously engage with each Perma element daily. Day 1, seek out positive emotion. Notice it, savor it. Day 2, engage fully in one task. Lose yourself in flow. Day 3, nurture relationship. A call, a kind word, deep listening. Day 4, find meaning. Connect one action to a larger value. Day 5, achieve something. Small or big, acknowledge your accomplishment. Days 6 or 7, revisit any 2, or try to weave all 5. Use a journal, a simple notebook, just a few lines a day. What did you do? How did it feel? What did you notice? This isn't about perfection, it's about attention, bringing conscious awareness to what builds your well-being. And we want to hear from you. Share your journey, post your biggest win, your smallest insight, your experience. Use the hashtag #OurFlourishingJourney. Let's build a community of flourishing together. This path is yours to walk. But you are not alone. The tools are in your hands. The strength is in your heart. The future you envision is waiting to be built. Embrace this journey with courage, with curiosity, with joy. Remember, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts and the wisdom of your actions. To close, a timeless reminder for your path: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius's Go forth and flourish.